So, hello all, teretrixgaming here, and this is not an update, but as I did say in my update video, I was entering a competition. Now, this competition was really fun. It taught me new methods of painting. I'm just turning on a lamp so I can look at my model, because I'm filming this quite late at night, and I'm going to be editing it soon. And I spent quite a bit of time on the model. And I've right now got him in my backpack actually, because I went to school with him. But I went over it and stuff. Sadly, I didn't win, but I learned new techniques of painting from this, and new methods in painting. Now, I'll be doing a future video about how I do my yellow, but throughout this, I'll be having gameplay. This will be a Command and Conquer gameplay. I'm right now going against, I think it's 3 bots on brutal difficulty. So the hardest difficulty you can go against, but far away from that. So in the competition, I entered it, and I already entered it thinking I wouldn't win, which I already did. But what I learned from this was the other people that did their paint styles, all of their ones went in a different approach. One of them went in a very grimy one of them went in a very flashy one, and the one that won, I really liked it. I'll be putting photos of hers right now inside of it. She had amazing ways she put embroiderments on it. There was a picture of a town or a village on the shield of the character, even on the upper guards, just above the chest guards on the armour. It was amazing designs and stuff, and I really liked this. So what I may be adding into, what I'm actually not adding into, but I may be interpreting that detail into my newer builds, and hopefully that will improve the way that my builds look and tell their story. I was just having a drink of water. So continuing from that, so with my new honour guard, I did a live stream about them. I will be showing them off later on in the video. But basically, they are just some 40k Primaris intercessors, but with the Forge World upgrade set with shields and axes. And I've called them my Honour Guard. I will be using blue stuff on this, so that I can replicate the same cape that the Primaris captain holds. And I feel that would be very nice on him. On them, I mean, not just him. But it will make them look nicer. But I'm gonna try and put a nice design onto the capes, maybe a galaxy look, or maybe a picture of like Rogel Dawn or something, just looking down across a galaxy, something like that, or on the shields, just to make it have a more of an emphasis on these are really strong people, these are loyalists, they're defending faction, and I want to show that with the picture, not having to tell the person that. And this is what I learned from her piece. The other two, I learned that grimy darkness actually is much nicer than making items light. And as an Imperial Fist player, I learned that beforehand, but this made it stronger to go by. As you can see in most of my models, they're very weathered, they're very darkened, but the people went so dark, but this could be because they're using Caliban Green, or we're using other designs. But overall, all the winners of the competition were amazing, and everyone else's piece in that competition were extremely good. Now, what my piece was a Primaris medic, and the title was... title I forgot actually, I shouldn't have forgot that. But if I'm correct in saying it's Death Do Us Part, and I'll pick quotations if I've done it incorrect. Hopefully I've done it correct. But it was a Primaris medic, and it was supposed to be a use of dramatic irony, because he was basically dead, but he was the medic of the squad. He had his whole face cut off, half of it with now a skull only left. I talked more in depth about this in the Weather Pigs podcast called Forecast. It's an amazing one I just was in, and I'll talk more about it at the end of the video, or in another excess video, promoting it and talking about the Weather Pigs channel. But going back over to the miniature, so he had half his face gone, and this model took ages for me to paint. I went over it, brushing over, doing so much work on it. Every single time I was like, I don't like it, ripping all that paint off. And when I ripped that paint off, it made it look cooler, because there are small parts where the yellow was overtaken by grey yellow and showed chip marks. And I used this to help me with the typhus corrosion built up, dry brushing that in a Screaming Skull with more Rakish Earthshade put on and more Screaming Skull dry brushed. And I believe I made a very, very nice looking model with this. Sadly I didn't win or anything, but it looked amazing. I will put the competition's creator in the description on this. This was an Instagram competition, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, I am teretrixgamingwithogi. I will put that as well in the description of the video. The Weather Pigs channel will be put in the description of the video. And I hope that you can stay along with this channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And hope you all have a great day. Bye bye, this is teretrix out.